Morning, YouTube. Sheldon Ponder the second here, coming to you from Missouri on the way to work. This is another work. This is another home to work vibes video. Before we get started, as always, like, comment, and subscribe to me on here on YouTube. Sheldon Ponder 20. Sheldon Ponder. Also follow me on Instagram at Tony Gumble 21. Hopefully everybody had a good night of sleep. I know I did. Whenever I go to sleep, I just feel like everything that I accomplished for the day, I just feel like everything I accomplished for the day was good. This morning, our topic is going to be the game of golf. The game of golf has been around for, I believe, close to 100 years. The game of golf is starting to evolve in a big, big way. The game of golf is expanding from little boys and little girls to grown men and grown women to older men and older women. The game of golf is growing because people love the idea of hitting a golf ball. In fact, I believe that it relieves stress. Now, the game of golf is not to be taken lightly. You need to be extremely focused when on the golf course. You can't la-di-da all over the place because there will be people who will curse you out. The reason why I say this is because if you're going to play golf, you have to drown out every single thing that is going on. Meaning, you can't, as I just said, you can't la-di-da on a golf course. You can't. You're just holding individuals up who want to play. And if you hold people up, they are bound to get mad at you. They are bound to curse you out. And they're bound to report you. I started playing golf at the tender age of 5. My dad started me off with a small golf club and some tennis balls. Now, I progressed and I really started getting into the game of golf. But when you first start, you're not going to be a Tiger Woods or Jordan Spieth or Jack Nicholson. You're not. Nobody gets, nobody is good at the first time that they swing a golf club. Nobody is going to get good at swinging a golf club immediately. It's going to take a little while for you to get good. It's going to take you a while. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have challenges along the way. You're going to have a rough. You're going to have a fairway. You're going to have dogwood. You're going to have tall grass. But you can't give up. Jack Nicklaus didn't give up. Phil Mickelson didn't give up. Tiger Woods didn't give up. Jordan Spieth didn't give up. Bubba Watson didn't give up. Rory McIlroy didn't give up. Jason Day didn't give up. Why should you? Yeah, yes, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be frustrating to play the game of golf. It is. It's not going to be easy. But you have to realize that these individuals that I just mentioned did not get to where they are by giving up. They didn't. They did not. I have family that plays golf. I have two cousins that play golf. I have uncles that play golf. My dad plays golf. I learned from him, and my uncle learned from him too. Now, my oldest uncle, he lives in California. He plays golf, eh, once, like 3 times a week. The reason why is because he loves the game. When you love the game of golf, it gets to you. You love the game of golf, guess what? You're going to want to play because you want to get better and better and better. If you want to work on your golf swing, you can go to what is called a driving range. Now, driving ranges are starting, well, I'm not going to say that they're starting to become a thing of the past because they're not. Every state has at least one driving range at it. There is this place called Top Golf where you can play golf. Well, it's like a 21st century driving range, except you can drink, have a couple of have a couple of they have food, and you play against your friends to see who has a better score. Now, me and my best friend, we went there a couple of years ago, and I beat him. But the game of golf is evolving to the point where everyone goes out. Let's see, it's seven. See, it's about 7:15 here my time. It's about 7:15 here. I bet you that there is a golfer in the Northeast that is just finishing up his third tee, his third hole. There's probably a person. It's 5 o'clock on the West Coast, and there's probably a person who's working on his golf swing. There's probably someone at 7:15 right now in the Midwest that is about to shoot their first hole. There's probably someone in the Great Plains that's just getting to the golf course. You see, golf isn't your daddy's sport. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can play. I got good around age 9, 10 because my dad and I, we would go out almost every weekend and shoot golf. We would go out every weekend, almost every weekend, every Sunday, and shoot golf. He wanted my golf game to get good, and it has gotten good, but it's not PGA worthy. I'm nowhere near the PGA. Now, do I want to play on the PGA? Not really. I just want to play for the fun of it. I want to play because it gives me a chance to brush up on the skills that I have already acquired. And guess what? I'm going to do that. With but there are some there's some downside to it. If you're not focused, your golf ball can go left, it can go right, it can go way left, or it can go way right, or it just will go at least 20 yards ahead of you. But that's because you're not focused on the game. See, as I said, the game, you need to focus on the game of golf. You cannot be distracted. When I get to the golf course, I turn my phone off. I turn my phone off because I get phone calls, I get text messages, and during drop, during the previous hole, I'll check my phone and see who called, and then I'll text and say, hey, you know what? I'll text you back, and that's fine. But when you have your phone on, you cannot concentrate on what's going on around you. You just can't. And the reason why you can't is because you're so locked in to your phone to the point where you look at it every 5 seconds and you shot poorly. And then you start getting on yourself like, man, why did I do this? Man, why did I do that? Like I said, you can't be distracted when you play golf. You can't be. Now, those of you who are aspiring to be PGA and LPGA players, the main thing that you have to deal with is the spectators. Now, I'm not going to say that all spectators are bad. I'm not going to say that. But spectators hoop and holler when you shoot. I see it all the time. My dad watches golf on the weekends. And when he watches golf, he and my uncle, they talk 8, 9 times a day. In fact, I think, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think my uncle was about to head to the golf course and he lives on the West Coast. But wherever he goes, he takes his golf clubs with him. Now, I haven't played golf in a couple of years. I'm probably a little rusty, but hey, guess what? When you haven't played in a couple of years, you're bound to get that way. But the main thing is to not lose focus on what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong. Golf is a exciting sport, especially when you shoot farther than you shot before. Farther than you shot before. Golf is what you make of it. You either go out there to be serious or you go out there just to hack a few. But that's what a driving range is. Now, before I used to play golf, before my dad and I used to get out on the golf course, there, before he and I, when my uncle would be in town, or when he and I would have a chance, we would, I'd see guys on the driving range just shoot, knock a ball left, knock a ball right, knock a ball left, way right. There'd be a couple of times where he'd shoot straight. There needs to be more golf movies that come out. Golf is evolving. Heck, you can even go here on YouTube and look up how to play the game of golf. And there will be a tutorial on how to swing, how to putt, and how to measure how much distance is between where you're standing and the flagpole. Golf is amazing. Golf is seriously amazing. But golf is not something that you can turn on and off. If you're there to play, then play your game. One thing that you should never do if you're playing a game of golf is let people rush you. Because if you let people rush you, that's going to cause you to have a bad game. I've been there before. I've had people who have rushed to get up to the tee box saying, I want to play, I want to shoot first, I want to shoot first. They shoot, they have a horrible round. They shoot, they have a horrible round. Because they are so distracted in their phone and chit chatting. Now, I'm not going to say that chit chatting is bad. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is that if you are going to play golf, focus on the task. Focus on the task. Focus on the task. Don't allow other people to distract you and you play horribly and they play well and you're thinking, how did I play so crappy? The reason why you play crappy is because you let the individuals that you're playing golf with distract you. You let them distract you. That's why you had a horrible game. That's why you had a horrible game. The game of golf is not to be taken lightly. If you're going to be serious, get out there and shoot. If you're not, go to the driving range. But don't hold people up because you're having a crappy game. In fact, if you move a ball forward, that is called a stroke. That is a stroke. Now, I've landed in a ditch or in the rough. I have. I have. I have a friend that just started playing golf, and I messaged him on Instagram. I said, "Listen, it's a great game, but it's frustrating. It's a frustrating sport because your intention is to shoot a ball farther than anybody else. Now, your golf swing is going to be a lot different. Your golf swing is going to be a lot different than anyone else. Your golf stance is going to be different than anybody else. That's how it's going to be. Nobody's golf swing is the same. Nobody's golf stance is the same. Nobody's golf stance is the same. Neither should it be. Golf is a great sport. I'm just surprised that it's taken this long for people to get into the habit of doing it. When I was younger, living in Illinois, my dad and I we played golf with Tiger, Michael Jordan's lawyer, and Michael Jordan's lawyer was so fascinated by the way I was shooting the ball, by the way I was hitting, and he said, "Is this how he always plays?" My dad says, "Yes, yes, that's how he always plays." He said, "Well, where did he learn it?" My dad said, "From him. I learned it from him." And Michael Jordan's lawyer, he played good. He played really good. He played really, really good. He played good. Now, I've seen in a video on YouTube of Richard Sherman playing the game of golf, and his golf swing is he has a quick golf swing. He has a quick golf swing. It's like he goes halfway and then swings, and I mean, that man is a great golf player. I've only seen a video where he was practicing and then he went on the real golf course and he did pretty good. He did pretty good. And then he played against his cousin. Now, I've seen Charles Barkley play. His golf swing is really interesting. Like, he swings and he just stops and then he like shoots and it's like, man, Charles Barkley, man, goodness, wow. When you see a golf player swing a golf ball 250 yards, what can you say? What can you say? Wow, that was a good golf swing. That's what I would have said. Wow, that is a tremendous golf swing. Because it was. Golf is competitive too. And you can't sit and say, oh, well, I'm going to shoot this round. And then you get out there and you totally flake. You get out there and you totally flake. That's no. You play the game according to the way that you want to play it, not the way that someone else wants you to play it. The game of golf is what you make of it, people. If you like what you see, go out there and do it. But just know that you're not going to be any of the top professionals. Well, you can, but it's going to take time. Well, YouTube, it's been fun. I've enjoyed talking to you about the game of golf. Hopefully, I can do a video this evening. Hopefully, I seriously hope that I can. Um, Going to try to, like I said, the game of golf is evolving in a big, big way. Once again, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Sheldon Ponder. Also, subscribe to me on Instagram at TonyGumble21. Quote of the day: don't let people dictate what you want to do. You are the decision maker for yourself. YouTube, it's been great, and I will see you guys in the next video.